The Aos constitute one of the major tribes of Nagaland. In the previous program, we had discussed their language, food habits, and dress. In this program, we will familiarize you with their village organization and administrative system. The village administration of the Aos is very well structured and maintained. While planning the establishment of a new village, the Aos take many things into consideration. At the outset, the village headman interprets a dream. If the dream is good, he goes out scouting for sites. The Aos always locate their new sites on the mountains rather than in the valleys. This is done to minimize the risk of enemy attacks. The new site should also have a favorable climate with vast forest land for cultivation and springs for supply of water.
Like, for example, the Shamen, menjen, longamer, pomaner, like that. These are different clans within which they can marry. Because they cannot marry with the same clan. Shamen cannot marry Shamen. And therefore, in order to form or establish a new village, they should carry with them other clans also, so that in the marriage can continue. This is the foremost conditions.
After cleaning the jungle, the Ao Nagas first select the site for Ariju, the village bachelor's dormitory and village log drum. The rest of the land is divided among all the clans for construction of houses as well as for cultivation. This is the Ao village gate. It is made of a single piece of wood. It suggests that once you enter the village, you are protected and safe. It also tells you that you have to abide by the village customary laws. Every village gate is decorated with different designs. It is also fenced with spikes made out of bamboo and wood to guard against enemies. This gate is generally kept open, but closed during emergencies. The village gate speaks about the village.
Village gate signifies the sanctity or the dignity of that given village. These days you will find highly modernized village gate in every village. It has two, one in the lower cave, one in the upper cave.
This is a piece of land where a house will be constructed according to the traditional layout. Now, this is the final product, made to suit different types of climates. This is the entrance of the house. The door and walls are made of bamboo. The rear of the house usually faces east. The roof is made of palm leaves, and a part of the house is supported by pillars of bamboo and wood. The interior of the house is spacious yet simple. However, traditional houses are rarely seen nowadays. This is the log drum, made out of a single piece of wood. The Ao worships the log drum with freshly hunted heads. In olden days, any stranger who entered the village on the day of pulling the log drum was killed. The victim's head was the first one to be put on the drum. In every village, there is one or more log drums depending on the size of the village. The function of the log drum is to provide information. This is how it is beaten during a celebration or victory. And this is how it is beaten during an emergency, like when a tiger is chased, a fire breaks out, war erupts, and so on. Then the people go home to get all the necessary equipment to do the assigned duty. However, after the arrival of Christianity, the log drum has become a souvenir of the past, and the making of a new one is a controversial issue in many villages. Moreover, most of the log drums were burnt down by the Indian Army during the 1950s and 60s. The oral tradition says that when the Ao people were at Chungli, they established the village administrative system to make the village function smoothly. For the Chungli group, the administration is Putu menden, which lasts for 30 years. And for Mongsen, the administration is Shamen menjen, which lasts for 6 years. The system of administration and the size of the administration council varies from one village to another. It is said that the system is based on meat sharing. The Putu menden or Shamen menjen is represented by each clan. It maintains law and order and settles all disputes in the village. This is the Chungli group of Putu menden. After retiring from the Putu menden, the old members at once become Pudir or priests. They are excused from all compulsory village community work. In Shamen menjen of the Mongsen group, every member is involved directly in the village administration. At the age of 35 to 45, they are eligible to become the village councilors or summoner. Then they are able to deal with customary laws and socio-cultural affairs. Whenever the elders cannot settle a dispute, it is brought before the Putu menden or Shamen menjen. Again, if the judgment is not acceptable, the quarreling parties settle their dispute by taking an oath, like cutting the bamboo. An honest person cuts the bamboo in one shot, and the guilty fails despite many efforts. There are different ways of taking an oath.
Eating the earth, even biting the Bible these days, or even the proclamation with using the dao or the spear, even the eating the tiger's teeth.
And the loser faces the consequences.
immediate death, immediate illness, immediate falling down from the tree, immediate injury, it happens. Immediate loss of even the animals in the house. See, fire incidents.
The introduction of Dobashi and later Gaonbura brought about a great transformation in our society. Taking an oath has now become obsolete. If the dispute cannot be settled by the village councilors, it is brought before the court of magistrate. Within the Ao tribe, women do not find a place in the village administration.
No woman is a member in the say Putu menden. So far, I know. No woman is a member, a village council member. No woman is a village council chairman. Whereas in every village you will find a village council chairman. There will be almost 4, 5, 6, 7 GBs, Gaonburas. No women Gaonbura is found today. And therefore, in the decision making, women are still, I think, alienated.
However, they are quite visible in the social front.
I think our women are the most fortunate because in our society, so to say, they are the rulers. They control over almost everything except the ownership rights.
This is Ariju. It is the Bachelor's Learning Institute or dormitory. A boy enters the Ariju at the age of 12 to 14 with the hope of attaining a perfect manhood. The Ariju's main objective is to defend the village. The Ariju generally consists of 6 age groups. Boys born within a span of 3 consecutive years are members of the same age group. Members of the youngest age group collect firewood, fetch water, sharpen dowel, spear, and do many more manual works. The punishment for disobedience is very severe. For such indiscipline, one is compelled to go with a fire torch to a jungle in the middle of the night and come back without the light. Some also do it to show bravery. When a boy is promoted to the next age group, many more responsibilities are added. If a person gets married, he ceases to sleep in the Ariju but remains connected till he is about 30. After that, he is only a guest. The Ariju has a father who looks after Ariju people. He is called Ariju Tir and he is also the religious head. Outside the Ariju, when animals are killed for any festival or occasion, there is usually a scramble for a piece of meat. The elders finally give in. The life in an Ariju is full of responsibilities, but also of excitement. This is called Zuki. It is the girls' dormitory. Normally, Zuki is the house of an old widow who serves as a matron. The matron informs the girls to get prepared as the Ariju people are visiting. Here is a girl looking for her lover. Despite the heavy work in the fields, they are very active when they come here. It is the moment to have fun and to drink rice beer, which is mainly made for them. Here, love is expressed through exchange of a love song. If fate favors them, they get married and live happily ever after. Zuki is not only for matchmaking, but it is also a place where a girl is trained for womanhood. She learns discipline, family norms, socio-cultural activities like weaving and cultivation. Of course, there is punishment in Zuki, but not as severe as in Ariju. Zuki and Ariju are abandoned nowadays as people prefer learning through modern education.
Say education, imparting systems, especially this disciplining, the value system, human value system is not well taken care in the modern education system. This is my regret. I wish if we have to revive the present modern curricula, we have to go back to the traditional systems of imparting system of education that can be learned from Zuki systems and the Arju systems.
Like in any modern society, the property is a major concern for the Aos.
Inheritance of property is being controlled by the male line only. No female members are entitled to inherit, especially the immovable properties. Otherwise, that will bring a kind of deterioration in the clan systems.
However, thanks to modern education and women's empowerment, there are exceptions.
Suppose you have certain landed properties purchased by the parents after the marriage. They purchase a plot of land, or purchase this and that. If at all the parents agree for the girls or for the daughters to inherit, that is their own choice.
The Constitution of India has a special provision under Article 371A to enable the Nagas preserve their traditional institutions and customary practices. In spite of this, the Aos are gradually eschewing tradition and embracing so called modernity.